This video will show you the steps necessary in order to promote your pre-qualified lead to a sales rep. First step is adding a user note with your notes from your pre-qualified phone call. So by clicking on user notes and new note, I can paste in my template of notes from BDR Central and add my notes from the call right in here. I'll want to name this BDR promoted lead and save it so that anyone that comes to this lead record can see the details of the conversation. Now I'll also need to make a few edits to the lead record in order to allow it to route properly. One thing I'm going to need to check is the location. So both Saratoga, California and the area code of the phone number should match in order to make sure that geographically it gets to the right rep. One thing I'm going to need to change here is the BDR status. I'm going to move this to pre-qualified. And then also I need to check on the lead status. So if this were a prospect or a customer, I would leave it alone. But since it's in lead disqualified, what I want to do is move this to lead new. Also, I'm going to check on the vertical and the business type and make sure that's accurate as well. We want to make sure all of that information is correct because the system needs to know a few different items, and those items need to be accurate in the system in order for it to route correctly to the correct sales rep. So now that that information is correct, vertical, company size, I'm going to edit again, and once that loads up, I'm going to scroll down and we're going to reassign this to the correct sales rep. So as I scroll down, I'm going to go to sales team. I'm going to remove either myself or whoever the BDR is on the account. I'm going to hit this arrow with list, and it's going to give me an option to reassign using territories. Now, what NetSuite does in this instance is takes all of the information that we checked above, the geography, the company size, the vertical, and it searches through our territory list to find the correct sales rep to send that to. So that's why it's absolutely key that you make sure that that information is up to date. And again, the location and city need to match the area code on the phone number in order to route correctly. So you can see here that the sales rep on this account is Andrew Mitchell. So now that I know the rep, now there are two more steps that I need to take in order to promote the lead to him. First, what I'm going to do is actually create a new task for Andrew and assign it to him. What this will allow it to do is it'll send him an email with the details of the task, as well as it'll put a reminder on his dashboard in order to get it there. So what I'm going to do is put in Andrew's name. I'm going to want to make sure that it sends an email to him, and then I hit save. And again, it'll put an indicator, a task on this lead record, as well as send Andrew a message. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is then send an email introducing the contact at the account and the sales rep. So I select the appropriate contact. I'm going to copy the sales rep on the account. And then I'm going to use my BDR template in order to make that introduction. Once I hit send, then I'm good to go, and this lead is officially pre-qualified.